let's start with Spaceship Earth, The Ride, Carousel of Progress, The People Mover. Those three, one's got to go. Becky, do you want to start us off in picking one of those three?
No.
Welcome, Walt Disney World fans, to another episode of the Notcast presented by NotClub33.com. On the show, it's One's Gotta Go, our favorite game here on the Notcast. My name is Steve Rhodes. With me, it's Becky Wells.
Hey.
Say what's up to Pat Neistat.
What's up?
And also the Disney Cynic, it's Bobby Burchins.
You guys know that the little thing on at the end of your toothpaste or whatever that you pour out on your toothbrush, it's called a nurdle.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's called a nurdle. There's a name for fucking everything.
Didn't know.
Anyway, that's
now you do.
That I needed to
Now you do.
Too many questions.
Now that we've figured out nurdles, let's see if our panel can figure out this one. One's got to go. We're going to do some classic slow-moving attractions. If you don't know how the game's played, we list 3 or more attractions today. It's going to be 3, and our panel picks out which one has to go away for good. And then we'll come back and we'll figure out the one that they would have had actually kept so we can get a score and whatnot and figure out the loser of today's show. Let's start with Spaceship Earth, The Ride. Caveat there, The Ride. The geodesic sphere would stay. Carousel of Progress, The People Mover. Those 3, one's got to go. Who would be ready to jump in already? Sight just now seen.
So, People Mover.
Spaceship Earth.
Come on, man.
Spaceship
You could have
Earth.
made it a little harder.
Well, you don't care about any rides, Bobby.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
No, just go.
I've cried real tears.
Tower of Terror.
I've cried real tears on this fucking channel, okay?
Yeah.
I do care about these damn rides.
One ride, okay.
We already know exactly what you're choosing, though.
Yeah. Pat, I know what Pat's not choosing. Yeah. Becky, do you want to start us off in picking one of those 3?
No. Because this one's actually tricky. The one that I immediately thought, okay, all right, yeah, because it needs a change up. No, because that's my put on sunscreen and braid my hair ride. I need to get that done.
I know what ride that is.
It's actually 2 of them. It works for 2 of them.
It could, yes. One you can see a little bit better. Bobby, since this is so easy, why don't you kick it off?
It's actually Spaceship Earth, guys.
Ooh.
That's the answer.
Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, I hate to do this, but you know what? The thing is that it's become ever more clear to me that the old Epcot is dead. Like every last vestige that we have of the old school Epcot theming is basically gone. We get little nods of it here and there. So keep the geodesic sphere. That was like the key one for me that made me say, okay, I can let it go. Because it at this point I'm just clinging on to like just a shitty relationship almost with it. Like I think it's almost time for Epcot to die. Like let Future World die and let us have this world celebration and world discovery and all this other bullshit. And let's see what they can do with a giant dome.
Man, Pat, I know you don't agree with that.
Surprised the hell out of you, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you still got the land there too, so that you got to kill that off as well if you want to get.
Well, I mean,
I thought that would be one of the choices.
Yeah, no, it's too easy. I think everybody would pick that. I love the land though. Pat, we know you're not going Spaceship Earth, so what are you going
with? Carousel Progress. And what And what I would say is it just needs to be updated. Um,
Rotisserie
I mean,
Walt, man, you just
You just killed Walt.
no, I mean, I think we've talked about this before. It just needs, you can still you can still do a show of progress
Sure.
of the American family.
And
But
and they
it
could
just needs to be
update-
changed a little. You
They
know,
could update Spaceship Earth too, but they
could.
haven't. They haven't updated Carousel of Progress. Not even like really a token update since like I think somebody knocked over the TV and they had to go to Walmart or something and pick one up.
They
Yeah.
got a flat
Like,
screen in there now.
Yeah, I really think that's the last time they updated anything.
yeah.
It-
No, I agree. They both could be updated, but I think that Carousel of Progress probably, for me, is the one that needs to be updated more.
Yeah, I mean,
For me.
I'm agreeing, Pat. Like, for me, it's between the two rides that need the most updating, and one just needs more help than the other. And Carousel of Progress.
Well,
Sorry,
if we're
man.
updating, if we can update and keep, then this is a different game.
I know that's the
I'm
thing.
just saying which
Getting
one.
rid of it?
Which one? If
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of it, it's gonna be the one that just needs the most help. It's that one. So it's got. I don't trust me. These are three things that I generally.
Yeah.
One of them I get on every single time, and two of them I'm getting on 90% of my trips. I mean, so it's not like these rides that I'm skipping.
Mhm.
These are
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
rides that I'm on all the time.
Yeah.
One of them is definitely not going out of my Disney lexicon ever. It's going to be in that motherfucker. So
Right.
you, we'll get to ones we're going to keep so we can get our final score. But yeah, for me, Carousel of Progress. If it wasn't there, I'd be upset about it, and it would suck. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't ruin my vacation, and
No.
the other two just would
Yeah.
more. So I'm going there. Sorry, Walt, you're already dead, so I know
Yeah.
you're not listening. Becky
God, I
Wells.
am so torn. I am so torn. Because one of them, like both of the ones, again, it's the same two. That's the problem because People Mover, like you can update the script again, whatever, but you're still going through the same stuff. You maybe see something new, but there's you can have a whole different experience just based on the time of day. The other two, nothing changes, right? So if we're updating, cool. Both of them are already not what they started as. So which one? Like I'm with Steve.
Such a cop.
I actually do all three of these are every time for me. And People Mover honestly depends on if it's working or if the line is crazy. I will not go on it because of that. But the other two, they're easy to find the time where you're walking on. So
yeah,
but it's the same. I will go with Carousel of Progress.
You guys are such wusses. Okay. Hold on.
But
can I point this out? Hold on.
Can I not have my answer?
All right. Yes. Go ahead.
If I am updating it, that's already kind of wrecking it for me. Like I like it because I like the first couple scenes. Like the last scene getting changed is already like, well, I don't care anymore by that point. I like the first few. So Walt's already rolled, right? Like that's already happening. And it's already not what it was. So I guess if we're getting rid of one, we may as well not, flip them any more times. We just get that one out of there.
Yikes.
But also don't get rid of any of them.
Well, okay. Fair enough, but that's not the game.
Yeah,
this is
I know.
YouTube,
my one's got to go and be one of my favorite attractions.
See that's my problem is that it sounds like everybody's like doing this cop out thing. Like, no, if they had to take Carousel of Progress completely away, start it from scratch, you could not do a theater in the round.
Out of those three,
you couldn't do a single nod to Carousel of Progress.
That's what I
still be Carousel.
We understand the game.
I'm not happy with it. I just still chose.
Every single one of you said the same thing. Oh well, they just really need to update the last scene.
They do.
It's the one.
This was a high stakes game. I went in hard with Spaceship Earth and said, "Fuck
That's
it."
your opinion.
Disney threw Epcot away. They might as well get rid of the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
That's your choice.
Well, that's your choice.
Yeah.
We got that.
They need to update
all
the
said the same
entirety of
thing.
that attraction,
Yeah.
but it's not hurting me. Like,
Yeah.
I also picked the one that would make me the saddest if it was gone, but that's still the one I picked.
It's the one I get
Cutthroat.
on least out of the three of those. It's the one
Mhm.
I would skip more often than the other three. That's why I went with it. And it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So we can get a tally here. What's the one of those that you would keep, Bobby? That you would definitely keep?
Definitely keep
Bishop
People
Earth.
Mover.
All right.
Actually, I would keep People Mover, and I would actually expand it, not necessarily like refurb it or what have you, but definitely expand it so that it includes maybe an extra stop over at Tron, making an actual mode of transportation within Tomorrowland. I think that you could do the People Mover better than it currently is constituted.
Sure.
And I think that one has the most potential anyway of the upgrades. I think Spaceship Earth, as much as I love it, and I genuinely miss old Epcot, but it's very clear that they don't want that anymore. I just want to let them have it at this point and let it, and that's why I want to maybe do something cool with something that we could all agree on.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like the closed loop idea, but giving it another extension by Tron I'd be all on board, but I don't want them to close it in order to do that, so I'm also biased there too.
I kind of feel like you could do it like a train, though, an actual train. They've done this before.
Yeah,
with
but
different
the
stops
stopping,
and
we
everything.
already have a train. Let's just
Yeah.
keep the closed loop.
Yeah.
I want to sit there and just ride and not be bothered by people getting on and off for real. Just I want to get on, I want to get off. And then if there's nobody in line, I want to say, "Can I go again?" And they're going to tell me, "Of course." Yep. Pat, which one would you definitely be keeping? I think I already should just mark this on my scorecard here.
I keep Spaceship Earth. Spaceship Earth for me.
Yep.
Kind of opposite of Bobby. I think keeping parts of that part of Epcot alive is a good thing. So,
No, I wish they would. I wish they would have kept the whole of.
Does
old
it need
Epcot.
to be like we went through it and it's still great. Every time you go through, it's great.
I enjoy it.
And my kids actually, even like after you get off, they have all those like games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like nobody does. My kids,
Oh, yeah.
like
My
Yeah.
we had
kids
never
have to
done
do
them
them every
before.
time.
Yeah,
Spend
We've
like an
never done
hour
them
in there.
before,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it was since my mom was with us or what it was. They stopped and did every one of those games, and we were there for
those games were there
quite
in
a while.
1983 when you were last there.
I know they've been there forever. We never did them, and they enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yep.
The email that you receive the photo from the future that's all janky comes from CompuServe.com. CompuServe.com.
Yeah,
that's old school right there.
That is a joke.
CompuServe.
guys.
Throwback. Becky,
Yeah,
which one are you keeping?
I'm keeping Spaceship Earth as well.
Spaceship Earth +1.
Yeah. Seriously, because just like Pat said, like honestly, all the times we took the kids, we never did any of that stuff when you get off of the ride until I took the kids. Like I took 2 of them one time and 3 of them another time, like over the summer or whatever. And it was so freaking hot that we were just like finding different things. And now when we go, they're like, well, we gotta play all these things. I'm like, we were really going to run around inside here and stop on the floor, like all of these games for an hour. And that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
I can't.
Hey.
I don't know. I think there's so much more to it every time that I go in there than I ever realized the first few times. Yeah. So while the People Mover is a different experience every time, we're getting more out of, Spaceship Earth every time. So
harkens back to last episode where Pat's mom had made the mention Pat, you said your mom made the mention of there's so much entertainment going on and these little added things. And we don't think about them because we're just barreling through to do the rides. But when you do and you stop, it's cool. I mean, even like at the end of like Figment, they have that area and there's crap to do. So
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't say
Better
this.
than the
One other
attraction.
slow moving attraction that I did that I haven't done ever really is we went over to Tom Sawyer Island,
Yep.
and that was
Yay.
actually pretty enjoyable.
Our
Yeah.
kids
I can
love
see
that too.
why people like it, but I also can see why they're getting rid of it.
Watch out for the bears.
Yeah. Did
I
you
went
go
over
in
there.
that cave? It's like
Yeah, I did.
that had to have been terrifying because I had never been there. The space where that thing was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's so small
right.
already,
If you-
and then there's a whole ass bear.
Well,
Yeah,
that place is incredibly detailed too. You know.
Oh yeah,
There's
they
a
did
lot
an
of
awesome
detail.
job over there.
Yeah.
It's just you know, that
Yeah,
it's
That
No,
bear was
just throw
found
that
a
out.
week. Yeah, that bear was found a week after our last trip there or whatever. That we had actually went to Tom Sawyer Island because we never go.
Yeah.
So we had just left Tom Sawyer Island the week before, and then that bear gets found. I'm like, thank goodness. Yeah. I'm gonna need a refund.
Oh my gosh.
So me, my keeper, it's no surprise to anyone that watches the show. It's People Mover every single time, multiple times. I'm on the People Mover. So final tally here, guys. We have Spaceship Earth with 2 +1s and a -1. So what's that? A +1? And we've got People Mover with 2 +1s, no minuses. So that's 2. And then we have Carousel of Progress, 3 -1s and no helpers, so -3. So Carousel of Progress is down the toilet. Sorry, Walt Disney. It's got to go. You heard it here first on the Notcast. Maybe one day they'll update it. I don't hate them.
They may.
Just don't come at us if you want to.
No,
info at Notclub
we love
33.
Go
it.
at Bobby. Email Bobby.
Well, Bobby doesn't love it, but
cynical Disney video at gmail.com. Yeah.
Next week or somewhere close to then, we will have another show. If you want to know when that show drops, turn on your notifications. If you liked this show, just hit like. It really helps us out in YouTube's algorithm. Drop us a comment because that also pushes us up in the algorithm. And consider subscribing because it's free to do so, and it really helps out our channel. For everybody here at Notclub 33, have an awesome day.